some details to share the Kungam Sa. The Dringy Gilobsen Tiedi, Casingema Dingy Gilobsen did the Devatan, Dingy Gilobsen de Langazu, coordinate geometry, Manzu Kuduchevere, and did the Devata Tone, and the linear equations in two variables. Tinganzu Kuduche, did a Tegar, that during the Lobseni number Tone, J. Any Tango de la Peche, Manzo Deshe, number da, any question Chunju de Kudu Duxa, J. And Toma de la linear equation and two variables. Numbers of King Rua, equation lana. Statement contingent, statement left hand side, the right hand side is statement the Chipa de la equation. That Chunga Shiven x plus y is equal to 3. So x plus y. De la equation. Left hand side x plus y, right hand side is 3. Both left hand side and right hand side are equal. This statement is the equation. Equation in two variables, and de la variable ni x and y. Tanaji 3p plus 2q is equal to 7. This is another example of linear equation in two variables. 3s minus 2t is equal to 7. This is also another example of linear equation in two variables. Now, linear equation, equation linear equation, you have a quadratic equation, cubic equation, quadratic equation. So, this two reasons. Variable, main variable degree. Yamina variable can power the one in a linear equation. For example, x can be represented as x raised to power 1 plus y raised to power 1. Degree is 1. Power to similarly, the power of both p and q are 1. So therefore, degree is 1. Similarly, degree is 1. Degree 1 la linear equation la degree 1 in a linear equation. Now linear, like meaning the contest, if you represent geometrically or in a graph, this equation will represent a straight line. Line kaduch represent cheza. Linear equation, linear and a straight line. Okay, in the above example, these examples are linear equation in two variables. Now, linear equation can also be in one variable. So, equations in one variable. So example, simple example, x is equal to 2 or 3x plus 4 is equal to x minus 1 or pi plus x is equal to 6. In all this, here variable is 1, x is equal to 2, variable is x. Here also, though we have x on both sides, but if you simplify, this will become 2x plus minus 1 carried to the left hand side will become plus. So these two are same equation represented in a different way. Similarly, pi is a constant plus x is equal to 6. This is also, these are linear equation in one variable. Okay, now let's try to define linear equation. It is an equation of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are real numbers. A should not be equal to 0, and b should not be also equal to 0. So now here normally a, b, c are variable, but here a, b, c represent any real numbers. For example, if you look at the previous, in this case, a is the coefficient of x. Here a is the coefficient. If there is no number, it means coefficient is 1. Similarly, here coefficient is 1. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 1, and c. C is, in this case, c is on the right hand side. You carry it to the left hand side, it will become -3. So all are real numbers. Similarly here, a is 3, b is -2, and c, 7 carried to the left hand side will be -7. Now why it is written that a is not equal to 0 and b is also not equal to 0? Suppose if a is equal to 0, then let's see what happens. A is 0, a into x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Any number multiplied with 0 is 0. Plus by plus c is equal to 0. That means by plus c is equal to 0, which means this equation will be reduced to linear equation in one variable. Similarly, if b is equal to 0, then you will get ax plus c is equal to 0, which again will reduce to linear equation in one variable. And if both are equal to 0, a and b, then what you will get? C is equal to 0. A constant is equal to 0. And in that case, what will happen? If c happens to be 0, then the statement will be right. If c happens to be any other number, then what will happen? You will find that the left hand side will not be equal to right hand side. So this is important. Now let's write the standard form of linear equation or linear equations. So standard form is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. As discussed earlier, a and b should not be equal to 0. Right? Okay. Now let's take an example. Write the following equations in the form ax squared ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, and also indicate the values of a, b, and c. So the first one, 2x is equal to 3 plus y. Then another one, root 2p plus 3q is equal to minus 6. Third one, 3s is equal to 5t. Okay. Now, normally, when we represent linear equation, we normally take x and y as the main variable. We can have any other value, like we can have p and q or s and t, right? Right? Any other number, y and z. Okay. Now, in this case, first, now here in the standard form, the right hand side is 0. So what will happen? 2x is equal to 3 plus y. We make sure the right hand side is 0. So you'll get 2x carry plus y to the left hand side will become, we'll have to change the sign, minus y. And similarly 3 carried to the left hand side will become minus 3 is equal to 0. So this is the standard form. Now this can also be written as 2x plus minus 1y plus minus 3 is equal to 0. But it is not that necessary. So here you can clearly see a is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 1, and c is equal to minus 3. Similarly here, this can be written as root 2p plus 3q, carry minus 6 to the left hand side will become plus 6 is equal to 0. So therefore, this is in the standard form. Now here, a is equal to root 2, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 6. Similarly here, this can be written as 3s minus 5t. Since c is not there, you can write plus 0 is equal to 0. Right? So this is a standard form. Therefore, or here, a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus 5, and c is equal to 0. Okay, the second question. Write the following equation as equation in 2 variables. If you look at these 3 questions, you'll find that all these 3 questions are linear equations in 1 variable. So how to convert into linear equations of 2 variables? So the first one, minus 2x plus 1 is equal to x minus 3. So what we make sure the right hand side is 0. So you will get minus 2x, x carried to the left hand side will become minus x plus 1 minus 3. If you carry it to the left hand side, you'll get plus 3 is equal to 0. So that will be equal to minus 2x minus x is minus 3x plus 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. Now you'll find that this is a linear equation, 1 variable. We have to express this in the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. That is a linear equation in 2 variables. Here there's only 1 variable. So you can express this as minus 3x. Since y is not there, you can write this as plus 0 into y. Now here point is not decimal point, it represents multiplication sign. Plus 4 is equal to 0. So this is a linear equation in two variables. We'll find two variables, variable x and y. This is expression, a linear equation in two variables. Now, this same equation can also be written as 3x minus 0 into y minus 4 is equal to 0. The reason is normally when we represent the linear equation, we try to make sure that the first term, which carries the first variable, the coefficient is positive. So if we change the sign, we change the sign of all the terms. So these two equations are exactly same, but they are expressed in a slightly different way. Both are right. Okay, now here also y is equal to root 2. So root 2 carried to the left hand side will become minus root 2 is equal to 0. It contains only one variable. So in order to make sure that it contains two variables, we multiply 0 and x plus y minus root 2 is equal to 0. Right? So this is the linear equation in two variables. It can also be written as 0 into x plus y plus bracket minus root 2 is equal to 0. Same, different way of expressing it. And here the last 2p is equal to 3. So that will become 2p minus 3 is equal to 0. Since it contains one variable, we make sure that it contains two variables. So therefore 2p plus 0 into q minus 3 is equal to 0. So that means 2p plus 0 into q minus 3. Now it will become linear equation in two variables. Right? Actually, it's a linear equation in one variable. It can also be represented in the graph form. Okay, now the third question is find three solutions of the equation x plus 2y is equal to 6. Solution here means the value of x and y. See, let's see how many solution we are getting. Now, for the time being, we shall try to find just 3 solutions. Okay, now we can also find 3 roots. That is also the same. Roots and solution mean the same. Okay, find 3 solutions of the given equation x plus 2y is equal to 6. So here, now what we shall divide into 3 parts. Okay, now before we do x plus 2y is equal to 6, we can directly put the value of one variable and calculate and find the value of the other equation. We can directly put it in the equation, or you can just modify this equation. So we can do it like this. Carry 2y to the other side. It will become x is equal to 6 minus 2y. So x is equal to 6 minus 2y. So what we shall do, we shall put any value for y, and accordingly we calculate and we can find the value of x. So the first, if y is equal to, let's take a simple, y is equal to 0, then x is equal to 6 minus 2 into 0. 2 zeros are 0. 6 minus 0 is equal to 6. So therefore 6, 0 is a solution. Is a solution means this is one of the solution. Okay. Here we have written in the coordinate form. The first number represents the value of x, the second number represents the value of y. Similarly, let's take a positive value. If y is equal to, let's say, 3, then x is equal to 6 minus 2 into 3, or x is equal to 6 minus 2 3s are 6. 6 minus 6, 0. So therefore, x is equal to 0. So hence, 0, 3 is another solution, is a solution. Right, then the third, if y is equal to, let's take a negative value, let's say y is equal to minus 1, then x is equal to 6 minus 2 into minus 1, or x is equal to 6 minus into minus plus 2. Now normally what we say, minus plus, that is a wrong way of saying it. Minus, it should be set minus into minus, right? Minus into minus plus 2 ones are 2. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. So therefore x is equal to 8, and therefore, or hence, 8 comma minus 1 is another solution, is a solution, right? Hence, the three solutions are 6 0, first set, second 0 3, and third is 8 minus 1. Now from this we may infer that linear equation in two variables will have countless or infinitely number of solutions. These are just three examples or solutions of this equation. Okay, now the last question of today's discussion is, which one is the solution of the equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 2? We have given two possible solutions, 3 2 or 0 3. Let's see which one is this solution. This might be the solution, or that might be the solution, or both may be the solution, or both may not be the solution. So let's check. The given equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. So the first, let's put x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. Then what we will get, let's see, 2 into value of x is 3 plus 3 into value of y is 2 is equal to 12. 2 3s are 6 plus 3 2s are 6 is equal to 12. Therefore 12 is equal to 12, which is correct or true. Therefore, or hence, 3 2 is the solution of the given equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. Now in the examination, like if it is a MCQ type of question and you are given 4 possible solutions, and if you are asked to find or mark one of the correct answer, then the first option we are getting the right one. So there is no need to look at second, third, and fourth, because there is only one right answer. If this is a question on MCQ, because in MCQ you'll given only right question, or you have to choose one correct answer. Now, since this is not an MCQ type of question, we shall also check the second option also. So in this second, we shall put x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 3. Then what you will get, 2 into value of x is 0 plus 3 into value of y is 3 is equal to 12. 2 zeros are 0 plus 3 threes are 9 is equal to 12. So therefore here 9 is equal to 12. But 9 cannot be equal to 12, which is now the earlier one is false. Therefore 03 is not the solution of the given equation. 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. So in the next lesson we shall discuss a linear equation, or we shall try to find the solution of linear equation with the help of graph. Thank you. Stay safe.